Hey everyone, ready for a deep dive into something that could actually help you live longer?
I think we all are.
I mean, who wouldn't want to stick around on this planet a little longer, right?
Exactly.
Well, today we're talking about sports
Oh, fine.
and longevity.
Yeah.
And you might think,
Uh-huh.
which activities are going to be the best for, helping us all live longer lives?
Yeah, you'd think so.
But trust me,
Okay.
the findings from this study that we're looking at today are going to absolutely shock you.
Really? Okay, I'm intrigued. Lay it on me.
So today, we are diving deep into some research
All right.
that followed over 80,000 people in England and Scotland.
Wow, that's a lot of data.
It is a lot of data.
Okay.
And the actual title of the research is called Associations of Specific Types of Sports and Exercise with All-Cause and Cardiovascular Disease Mortality.
Okay, so they were looking
Like
at
it's a mouthful.
they were looking at like what different sports do to your lifespan, basically.
Yeah, and so they were really looking to see if certain sports were linked to people living longer.
Okay.
But more specifically, they were looking to see if certain sports can help you avoid heart problems.
Interesting.
And they published this in the British Journal of Sports Medicine.
Oh, wow. So proper in-depth research then.
Oh, yeah, very much so.
Okay.
And to give you an idea of, how much data they were actually looking at, they pulled information from two massive health surveys.
Okay.
The health survey for England and the Scottish health survey.
Wow, those are huge.
Yeah, and they've been running these for years, so there was a ton of data.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So what did they find out then?
Well, are you ready for the big reveal?
Hit me with it.
The sport linked to the longest lifespan is, drum roll please,
Oh, this is exciting.
racket sports.
What? No way!
I know.
It's so interesting.
Who knew?
I would have thought it was something like running or swimming.
I know, me too.
Yeah.
So things like tennis, squash, and badminton were linked with a 47% lower risk of dying from any cause.
That's massive. 47%.
I know. And it gets even better.
Oh.
When it comes to cardiovascular disease, the risk of dying from heart issues was 59% lower for those who love a good volley.
Wow, so almost 60% less chance of dying of heart issues if you play a racket sport.
I know. So tell me,
Yeah.
what do you think is the secret weapon?
The secret weapon of racket sports.
Yeah, what makes them so good for us?
Well, I think there's a few things going on here.
Okay.
So, racket sports, they're all about these bursts of intense activity
Uh-huh.
followed by short breaks.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, you're doing interval training when you're doing that.
Oh.
And that seems to be really good for your heart,
Yeah.
It gets it pumping, but then you get those little breaks.
Yeah.
So it's not constant.
Mm-hmm.
And also you've got agility, you need strategy, hand-eye coordination.
Yeah.
It's a full body and brain workout.
Wow. Yeah, that's true.
And, let's not forget the social side.
Yeah. A lot of them are played with others. Right?
Yeah, exactly. So you're interacting with people, you're having fun, So I think it's a combination of all these things that make it really good for you.
So it's not just about hitting a ball. It's a combo of physical challenge,
Yeah,
mental stimulation,
Yeah,
and that social connection.
absolutely. And I think, that's probably a key factor in all of this.
Yeah, I think so too.
But, if racket sports aren't your thing,
Okay.
don't worry.
Okay.
There's another contender that came in a close second
Really?
for boosting longevity.
Okay. Now excited. What is it?
Aerobics.
Aerobics. Okay.
Yeah.
I like it.
So we're talking about a 27% lower risk of death overall
Okay.
and a 36% lower risk of dying from heart disease.
Wow. Still really good.
Yeah. And when we say aerobics, we're talking about quite a lot of things.
Okay.
We're talking about things like dance,
Uh-huh.
Zumba,
Oh, yeah.
high-intensity interval training,
Nice.
anything that gets your heart pumping and strengthens your cardiovascular system.
Gotcha. So it's all that kind of like cardio stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
That makes sense.
So it's important to clarify that, this study wasn't just about hardcore gym rats or anything like that. They were looking at a wide range of activities,
Yeah.
things that get you moving and grooving.
Yeah. You don't have to be a crazy marathon runner or anything.
No, exactly.
So whether you're tearing up the dance floor or rocking a HIIT routine,
Yeah,
you're on the right track for a longer life.
I like it.
Right.
Yeah.
I think that's a good place to leave it for now.
Yeah, I agree.
So we've talked about racket sports and aerobics,
Uh-huh.
but we can't forget about some of the other sports that made a really good showing in this longevity marathon, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So stay tuned,
Okay.
and we'll be back in just a minute to discuss.
Sounds good. Okay, so we've talked about some of the findings, right? These incredible findings. But like with any good detective story, we need to look at the evidence.
Okay, Sherlock, let's put on our magnifying glass.
Exactly. Let's take a closer look at how they cracked the case.
Yeah.
So they used this statistical technique
Okay.
called a Cox proportional hazards regression.
Okay, now I'm already lost.
It's a bit of a mouthful, isn't it? But let me break it down.
Okay.
It's basically a way of comparing different factors.
Okay.
Like, in this case, playing sports and lifespan, while also considering, all of the other things that might influence the outcome.
So they weren't just looking at who played sports and who didn't.
No.
They were taking into account, like, other things that might have an impact.
Exactly.
Like age, gender, weight, whether people smoke.
All those things, yeah.
Any health conditions they might have had.
Yep. All of that.
Okay, so they were making sure they were comparing apples to apples.
Exactly. They wanted to really isolate the impact of sports as much as possible. And even after they took all those other things into account, the link between certain sports and living longer was still really strong.
Okay, so that makes it even more interesting.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It adds like a level of, wow, we're really onto something here.
Yeah, I think so too.
So, but we've got to remember, though.
Okay.
This was an observational study.
Okay, what does that mean?
Well, it means, they observed patterns and connections, but they couldn't definitively say that, playing a certain sport directly causes you to live longer.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
There might be other,
factors.
Yeah, other pieces to the puzzle.
Okay, so you're saying there might be other explanations for why these racket sports enthusiasts seem to have this longevity advantage.
It's possible.
Okay.
Maybe people who are just naturally athletic and health conscious anyway, they're drawn to racket sports.
Yeah, makes sense.
Or, maybe there's lifestyle factors that we haven't even considered, like income level or access to health care.
Okay.
Things like that might contribute to a longer life.
Okay, so it's a reminder that research is a journey.
It is.
And this study gives us some pretty fascinating clues.
Yeah, absolutely. It adds to our understanding of what helps people live longer, healthier lives.
For sure.
But, and I know some people listening might be thinking, oh, well, I'm not exactly, spring chicken material to be picking up a tennis racket.
Yeah.
But you know what? It's never too late to benefit from physical activity.
Reach. I mean, this study included people up to 98 years old.
Wow.
Proving that age really is just a number.
Yeah, that's amazing.
When it comes to an active lifestyle.
It's inspiring, isn't it?
It really is. And even though, racket sports were the longevity superstars, I think the overall message is very clear.
What's that?
Regular exercise, in any form you enjoy,
exactly,
can do wonders for your health and well-being.
Couldn't agree more.
Right.
It's all about finding something you can enjoy.
Yeah.
And that you can keep doing over time.
Absolutely. I think that's a really great point.
Thanks.
So, speaking of finding your groove,
okay,
I want to actually highlight something really cool about this study.
Okay, what's that?
If you're the kind of person that loves to really get into the research, you can actually find the full article online.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's published in the British Journal of Sports Medicine.
Oh, wow.
Which is like, a top-notch source.
Yeah.
For all things sports science and medicine.
Okay, cool. So where can people find that?
So the full title is Associations of Specific Types of Sports and Exercise with All-Cause and Cardiovascular Disease Mortality.
Okay, so, if you want to get really nerdy with it, you can go and check that out.
Yeah, but for those of you who prefer their information a little bit more digestible,
a little easier to understand.
Yeah, there's a fantastic resource.
Oh, what's that?
That does the heavy lifting for you.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Tell me more.
So they're called boostgb.com.
Boostgb.com.
Okay.
And they've actually broken down all the key findings of this study.
Wow.
Into these really easy to understand summaries.
That's so helpful.
Yeah, they've got insights and they make it so accessible for everyone.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
I love it when complicated research is made easy to understand.
Yeah, they really make it so you can actually use it.
Yeah.
In your daily life.
Exactly. And here's the best part.
Oh, there's more.
They've got a free newsletter.
Oh, cool.
You can sign up to stay up to date on the latest health and wellness research.
That is awesome. I love their approach.
Me too.
Making research that matters.
Yeah.
Accessible for everyone.
It's a game changer.
Absolutely. So if any of this has intrigued you, and you want to stay informed about evidence-based health information, head over to boostgb.com and sign up. Yeah, you won't regret it.
So before we wrap up this part of our deep dive,
okay,
I want to just throw a question out to our listeners.
Okay.
We've seen that these certain types of sports, like those racket sports and aerobics, are linked to a significantly lower risk of dying.
Yeah.
So what's the magic formula?
Yeah. What is it about these activities?
What makes them such potent longevity boosters?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
We've kind of, touched on some of the reasons, but there's so much more to uncover.
So it's like we found this incredible map to the Fountain of Youth.
Yeah.
And now we're about to uncover all the secret ingredients.
Exactly, and that's what we're going to be doing in the final part of our deep dive.
So stay tuned.
Yeah.
We're going to be exploring the fascinating world of why.
Yeah, the why.
Looking at those physical, mental, and social factors that might be contributing to the life-extending benefits of sports and exercise.
I'm excited.
So stay tuned, my friends.
Yeah.
We're about to crack the code on living a longer, healthier life.
Yeah.
Welcome back for the final part of our deep dive.
I'm excited for this.
Me too. It's time to answer the big question, right?
Yeah? The why.
Why? What's the secret sauce?
Yeah, what is it that makes some of these activities so good for us?
That makes us live longer, healthier lives.
Yeah, it's like we've been looking at this amazing clock, admiring it.
Yeah.
But now we're going to open it up and see what makes it tick.
I like that analogy.
So let's start with the physical stuff.
Okay.
The stuff we can actually measure.
Okay, yeah, like what happens in our bodies?
When we get moving.
Yeah, give us a lowdown.
Okay, so when we exercise, any type of exercise, it's like a tune-up for your whole system. It strengthens your heart and your blood vessels.
Okay.
It revs up your metabolism, helps keep your blood sugar stable. Yeah. It even reduces inflammation throughout your body.
So that's good, right?
That's a pretty good deal.
Yeah, so we're talking about those high-performing activities, right?
Yes.
Racket sports aerobics.
Yeah, what is it about them?
That makes them so good.
So let's look at racket sports.
Okay.
We talked about how
those bursts.
Yeah, the bursts of high intensity.
Yeah.
Followed by those recovery periods. That's essentially interval training.
Yeah.
And it seems like that's really good for your heart.
Okay.
It boosts your metabolism.
Gotcha.
And then aerobics, with its steady rhythmic movement, really helps you build endurance, lung capacity, overall fitness.
Like you're training for a marathon.
Yeah. Even if you're just, dancing in your living room.
Exactly. I like that.
But we can't just focus on the physical stuff, right?
Right. There's that mental and emotional side, too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which is huge.
Yeah, exercise is a mood booster.
Oh, yeah.
It releases those endorphins.
Yeah, happy hormones.
Yeah, it melts away stress. It helps you sleep better.
Oh, I love a good night's sleep.
It can even be, a lifeline for people who struggle with anxiety and depression.
Oh, that's amazing.
So it's like, you have a natural pharmacy inside of you.
Yeah. I love that.
And we can't forget about the social side.
Yeah, we touched on that earlier.
Yeah, whether you're joining, a tennis league, a running club, a dance class, whatever.
Yeah.
You're connecting with people.
Absolutely.
And, all those social connections are linked to greater happiness.
Yeah, and well-being.
Exactly.
Which contributes to a longer life.
Exactly.
So it seems like the key to longevity isn't just moving your body.
Yeah.
But it's moving your mind and your spirit as well.
I think that's beautifully put.
Thank you.
It's about finding activities that nourish you on all those levels.
On multiple levels.
Physical, mental, social.
Yeah, finding that sweet spot where your passions,
your purpose,
your physical activity
will come together.
I love that. And I think when you find that sweet spot, exercise stops being a chore.
Yeah. It becomes something that you crave.
Absolutely.
It brings joy and fulfillment.
That's it. That's the secret.
The secret to a longer, healthier life.
So I want to leave you with one last thought.
Okay.
What if we actively sought out activities that blended physical exertion with mental stimulation and social interaction?
Like team sports? Yeah. Dance classes?
Maybe even rock climbing.
Oh, yeah, where you're having to strategize?
Yeah, probably.
Or you're getting that physical workout.
Could those be the ultimate recipe?
That's the question.
For a longer, healthier, more fulfilling life?
It's a good question.
Something to think about.
It really is.
And, if you're hungry for more evidence-based information, be sure to check out boostgb.com.
Yes. They make research that matters accessible to everyone.
Yeah, so head over there and sign up to the newsletter.
Yeah, you won't regret it.
Okay, I think that's it.
That wraps up this episode of The Deep Dive. We hope you enjoyed exploring the world of sports and longevity.
Yeah, it's been fun.
It has been fun.
Thanks for having me.
Until next time, stay curious, stay active.
And keep diving deep.
Bye, everyone.